So in this section we'll look at how to start the head and neck. That'll go on our standing horse. So we did a rough sketch of the head and neck, just to let us know proportions, the sizes and where the features are placed. So I've cut a piece of clay that is I would maybe go thicker than that. Go for 4 centimeters thick. And go for a piece of clay that is, let's say, 13 by 7. So those measurements are a bit of clay that's 13 centimeters long, 7 centimeters wide, and 4 centimeters thick. And then we'll lay your drawing over the top. What I'll do too with these drawings, if you're going to make one to scale, is I will draw them out and post them as a PDF on this chat. So I lay it over the top, and same principle as before. We'll pin pricks through the outline, but also marking things like the ear, the eye, so the outer corner and the inner corner of the eye, and how that comes down, and the inner and outer corner of the nostril. So this is one that I used to. So I'll just keep it on. So then we just remember back to how we drew the head and neck. So this side here should be about 7 centimeters to there. I'll cut a wee bit off. 7 centimeters to there, and then 7 centimeters. And then we'll find the middle of that, and then we'll come up 2 centimeters and down 2 centimeters and create that cheekbone. So we'll just scratch these on with a needle tool. Then you're going to come in about, it's not even 1 centimeter, what is that? It's about half a centimeter. So yeah, about half a centimeter in, and then another half centimeter there, slightly more. So you have half a centimetre there and half a centimetre there. I don't know, on my drawing I said 1 and 1, but I think that was off the top of my head. When it comes to actually, so you want an equal distance between the bridge of the nose and there and there and there. And this line here, that's going to give you the end of your jaw, so that this circular, or this like C-shaped jawbone is going to end on that line there. We're going to do a horse. So the horse's eye is going to sit, so the width of that up to create a box, and your eye is going to sit in there. And then your nostril is going to start here, go down to there, within these 2 lines. And then we're going to come up at the same, and your ear is going to attach in here. So this line here, So this line here from the top of the ear, we'll curve this round, and that's going to be your gullet. You push that in. And there's this measurement here. So we're going to just put that on. I think I'm going to have to add a little bit on there. So we'll have the same measurement here, there. I'll just chop that off. And we're going to do wee presses along this line. So, you know, that's about, it's not even it must be about 3/4 of a centimetre in. And that's going to give you the crest of the neck. So we're pressing that in. So can you see from above? I'm pressing that in so that we'll have that wee centre ridge for the crest of the neck. And then that line that goes from where your ears are going to attach, just stroke that down and bring that in, narrow it as well. So that's going to be your gullet. So the lines that I've put on this side, I'm just going to bring them straight across. I'll do a straight across with the top of the nostril. Then I'm going to come in about there. Extend these lines up. The other line I want to bring across at the bottom of the jaw. Top of the jaw. So instead of adding a wee bit on, see how there's a wee corner missing? I'll just get a wee tool and push that out a wee bit. Till I get a better jaw shape. Then we'll go for this line here, the halfway line. And we're going to put eye in here. So putting our eye in there, and then coming down, we're going to put our nostril in there. And then our ear's going to go there. And I've got that line there. So from the line, so your ear's going in there. From this line, we're going to bring this on round. That's going to be the gullet. So from above, I want to see like a wee waist. I'm going to straighten that all up for a start. What a wee waist there behind that jawline. So, and I've cut a slit with the knife. I measured on the outside first, and then I'll put my knife in and open up that slit, just because before we fire this, before we let it dry even, we want it all to be the same thickness. So we don't want a big thick area of neck. So that gives us the crest of the neck. So here you would be attaching your mane on when that comes to that time, but you have the gullet is going to be narrower than this muscle at the side. We'll just work that around. So that's kind of the neck roughly done. Then I want to come onto the head, so I'll just show you a wee quick drawing. So the head from the front. So can you see this if I do this here? Yeah. So if this is the top of the head, the pole, and this is the bottom, then we know we kind of went halfway, and then the eyes are sitting on top of that halfway. So if that's your halfway mark, your eyes are sitting on top of that halfway mark. If you think of that, the eye socket coming out, and then going in at an angle like that, then you have the bridge of the nose going down, and then where you have your nostrils. So you've got that kind of feeling of, it's not an actual arrowhead, but definitely those diagonal lines there and those two diagonal lines there. Then in behind the eye, so sort of roughly halfway between the eye and the nose, but you have it marked anyway. You'll be coming in for your cheekbone. So this is a very, very rough drawing, but what I want you to think about is this angle here, the fact that there's a bit of a waist here, that there's a squarish edge to that jawbone, and this angle here above the eyes. Okay, and then there's right, and also, you can think of about a wee diamond being in the middle. There is that sort of diamond feeling to it. So transfer that onto the clay. So with the wee pen tool. So above the eyes, I'm going to take that away. Create a wee angle there. I want to create a waist in here. What time is that? Beautiful waist in here. Going down towards the line of where the nostrils are. So it nearly goes in and out. And then here it'll go in. So we'll take those two wee corners off. So in the same way as with the torso, as soon as I had the bulk of the outline marked out and cut out, then I went on to the centre of the back looking down. Now I'm going to the front of the head looking forward before I do the sides. And that helps with your symmetry. So I've created a wee bit of a bridge of the nose here, and a narrow one between the ears. And then filling up the nostrils here. So I probably need to add a little on for above the eye sockets. So now you just, so you've got your eye going to be going in there, and then you've got your nostrils there. So I'm just going to kind of wipe round that with my hand, and then get a wee tool, that has a wee bit of curved edge, and I'm just going to put that up in there. But I'm remembering where my eye is. Start off with a C shape for that. I'm just going to create a wee bit of a hole for the eye, put the eyeball in later. So the other thing we want to think about with the eye is I'll probably add a wee bit on for the eyebrow that'll be thickest over the eye here, and then narrow, taper, the clay will taper to this outside corner and taper to the inside corner. So I'll just do that. Now, if you're doing this, you need to slip that, put a wee bit of slip behind that. And then the next line I would look for is, so you've got the inner corner of your eye and you've got that muscle going over, so look at nearly the eyebrow. So I want you to think about a diagonal line from there to below the nostril. So I'm just going to press that in there. And then from the outside corner to above the nostril there, just stroke that in there. So what I want you to think about is this area being raised, this area being raised, and then this area being slightly recessed. So I'll just take a wee bit away there to create a stronger bridge of the nose. And I'll take a wee bit away here. Now this is the cheekbone. So I'll just take a wee bit away there. Then just soften that into a nice soft curve. Same here, this is taken away. This is then created a soft curve. And we have a wee bit of a, remember the diagonal line came down here? There's a bit of a dip there then. So just what has happened to me too is if I'm working with that has got more tucked in, so it's no longer as broad, deep there. So again with this tool here, I'm just going to push in here and create a line down. So that's nearly, if you think this line is nearly going to be where the upper and lower part of the jaw sits. So just soften that into a wee corner. I'm just going to flatten that there a wee bit. And then what I'm going to do is allow a wee ridge. So this cheekbone, there's a wee bit of a ridge there. I'm just going to stroke out from that ridge. So in a larger sculpture, this is quite small, so you don't need to do it, but you can put in the detail of the upper and lower jaw there. But as that comes down to there, the lips actually overhang the jaw. So that tells you where to put the lip in. So the line of the jaw is there, and I'm just coming slightly below that. Then again with this wee tool with the wee hook in it, I'll just push into that wee corner. And then I'll just a few wee presses to create a lower lip. I want this chin to be a diagonal, or like a bit of a point. Then we can just trim this as a wee bit more. We can soften all this in. So I'm just going to take a wee slice of that. So the horse's head comes up. There's a bit of an angle here as the skull goes back, so it's straight down the, well, in most cases it's straight down here. You know, if you've got an Arab or a wee Welshie, you're going to have a bit of a dished nose there, but generally it's fairly straight. Some horses have a Roman nose, so you can modify it to the breed of the horse. But here there's a slight backward angle. So then we're not going to put it on today, but just to remind you where the ears go. So this line, this like C-shaped line of that cheekbone, if we bring that right on round, then we have the line of for the outside side of the eye, and the inside line of the eye, and the inside line of the nostril. And then as wide as that is there, we'll come up, and we're going to put our ear in there. So, and if you're not sure what angle, I'm not even going to make an ear, but just to show you for demonstration. So your ear would attach on, the center of that X would be the center of your ear. And if you're not sure what angle to go, you know, try following the line of the neck on round forward, but that ear can, you know, it can rotate from that center point, you know, if your ear's going backwards. But if you think of it being rotated around that X. But don't put your ear on until the end, because the ears tend to dry out really quickly and would crack on you. So then you can just fiddle about, and it would actually build up that jaw a wee bit more. And then work on the other side of the head. But that's all we got. We covered in the first session on Monday. So I know there were some that couldn't make the Monday class, and will be joining us this Monday over at Granshaw Equestrian Centre for the next session of the Sculpting the Standard course. So what I'll do is I'll let the second half of the class catch up to where we are now, and where the people at home are working along to. And then I will do the second video on Tuesday afternoon at 2:30. I will make the second video of how to join the head and neck to the body, how to animate the head and neck, and then we'll talk about getting the legs on. But for now, if you worked along with me on Monday over at Granshaw, this is as far as we got to. So if you need to work on a little more at home, that's what you can be working on to this stage. I'll just get off a wee bit there. Okay, thanks for watching.